Alright, hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Be starting shortly. Welcome, peeps. Alright, there's some refactoring. I like starting the stream off with a little bit of refactoring while people come in, I guess. And then after that, we'll start looking at actually designing some levels. I think I've got some... I finally have a way to, I guess, like release something that removes the storyline for now and like the narrative and just showcases the fun mechanics that can occur. So I want to get that to a really simple point, and then based on the reception of that, expand on it and create a more full-fledged storyline. But before that, we got some refactoring to do. This be one of the refactorings. Getting these global variables out and all that good stuff. There's also like a camera calculation refactoring I should probably do at some point. But yeah, definitely at least this stuff. This is a very large method. Yeah, very large method, super gross. So this is a shooting mechanic. Is this a shooting mechanic? Oh, this is a, I guess, collision of portals. Calc shot portals. Take all the values in. I like making that change also. Just going and making these, removing the self parameter from all these functions. It's actually a solid change that I want to make overall. Resizing the chat window a little bit. Go. All right, so that part's refactored, and I need to do. Yep. Calc blue portal. What? No. Clack. Calc shot portals. What did I name the damn method? I just created it. Calc shot portals. Orange portal, blue portal, orange portal, tick count, player, geometry, terrain. Cool. And then this would be calc portal usage, I guess. Put that in there. And the good thing is I can turn this into a guard clause now instead of what I have here. So I want to return if not blue portal. I'm going to return if not orange portal. That simplifies that. Format that code. Return if not from portal and not to portal. Or. That flattens this a little bit. Yeah. In this case statement, like, there's no simple, because there's just no simplifying that. All right, let's make sure this works. There it is. That looks good. Shoot this portal. That looks good. Tick count is not in there. That's going to be inside of online 29. All right, so blue portal, orange portal. And you go to my next count, the same calc method here. All right, that looks correct. Beautiful. Yep. Boop. Okay, portal movement looks good. I still need to pass in camera. The question here is, does this use geometry? Yep. And wait. Okay, so the portal usage does not use any geometry functions. because it's actually going off intersect rect itself. Alright, and the calc function needs to take in camera. Calc function needs to take in camera. Camera here. And camera here. And then in main, camera there. Collapse this function down. Calc shark portals needs to take in, yep, camera values for both. Cool. Worked like a charm. Alright, so that with that refactoring in place, I can now change this to that. I now have a portal shooting bug somewhere. Yep. Camera movement looks good. Good change. I could probably collapse this a little bit more too. So calc shot, blue portal. Well, there was duplication here too. User count's still low. Let me go ahead and continue refactoring, unless the current person lurking / viewing is like, oh gosh, I'm so bored. Please do something else. So what am I doing here? I'll just call this calc portal, and I want to give it the portal tick count, player, camera, geometry, terrain. That works. So return if not portal. Return if not portal placed. Wait. Right, we want to return if a portal isn't given, and we want to return because if the portal is actually placed. Yep, portal to DX. And we'll take all this. All right, we changed the DX value, do the collisions there. All that looks good. That clears up a lot of duplication there. And then everywhere where I have blue portal, I just needed to say portal. Five people in chat. Welcome, everyone. I'm just doing some minor refactoring. Hey, welcome. Welcome, 68. How's it going? Glad you can finally join this riveting stream. Yes, yeah. I remember the 68 from your name on Discord. If we ever end up having a conference, everyone's gonna have to put like their Discord names on their badges with an icon of their Discord face, because outside of that, I'm not gonna know who anyone is. Okay, so I think that definitely cleans that up. Let's see if I broke anything with that specific change. Boop. Boop. Worked like a charm. Beautiful. I'm glad to hear that your 3D dungeon crawler thing is going well. Diablo 4 just released, I think. Is there a way to see people in chat? Because users in chat, it's got like a bunch of people, but then like the viewer count is much lower, and it's like I don't know what to believe with respect to that. I would like to say hello to every new username I see, but I just can't do it. Hearing really good things with Diablo 4. Early impressions that it's better than 3. Yeah, and that's what I've heard too. I don't know, but there's only one person. There's 2 people now, which is good. Wait, one person here other than me. Wait, oh, so there's... Oh, I'm the 3rd person because I have the stream up. I'm artificially inflating my user count by joining my own stream. Okay, so let's see. Why do I care if the player's on floor? Right, I don't care if the player's on... I can escape early there too. I can escape here also. The guard classes, dealing with being able to flatten guard clauses in Ruby is just so nice. It really is. Huh? Oh. There we go. The return results. So yeah, that collapses all that down, which is super nice. I like that the input function doesn't do any mutation. My calc functions still do. At some point, I want to make all these modules pure, and then do the application of the mutations inside the main thread. I see that I see that Twitch meme icon with the person waving. I have yeah, I have no idea where that originated from. Too old. I'm too old for Twitch, I think. Alright, I think that's where the bug is. I don't change the color back to blue on it at times. Alright, let's see if I broke anything. And I've lost the ability to move. So I broke something in the refactor here. Alright, can I move the blue portal? No, I can't move either portal now. What did I do? Oh. Where's my... Yeah, so there's my left, right. I'm going to put that guard clause here. There we go. So I got that. Got the launch. That ain't right. It might actually be right. My collision might be incorrect, maybe. Huh. That is definitely not correct. What the hell did I break? Maybe it's just this specific terrain element. Refactoring. This is why you should never refactor. You just end up breaking stuff. Who needs to refactor? Yeah, why is that portal so big? No. You came just in time. We're still going through like some refactoring things, and we actually haven't actually started getting into some of the new stuff. But I think we got enough people now to kind of shift gears. But I'm getting very large portals. Why are my portals so big? Yeah, okay, I don't want the... Wait. Height. Why is it... Why... So... shooting portals up and down... Oh, no, that is correct. That part's correct. But why is the width what it is? Do I want to do the see ya. Sorry you couldn't stay longer. Let me think. So this part's correct. The height of the portal needs to match the height of the terrain to avoid tunneling. So I think that part's correct. Yeah. That looks good. but I broke something on the horizontal. So if my dx is negative, I do the bounce, and then this should not do what we're seeing here. So we do the bounces. And then if there's a collision, so yeah. I expect, yep, so that function gets called. The portal's width should be this, and then the portal's height should be 40. And that's it. Do I need to return early after this? Should I just like straight up return? I think so. It's weird that I have to, well, maybe it's weird that I have to return. I don't know if it's weird that I have to return or not. It worked. So in the event of a collision, I want to, on either the dx or dy, I want to go ahead and explicitly return, it seems. I think I'm okay with that. It's just kind of hokey to have just like a return here. So maybe this needs to be an else if or an else. Yeah, what if I turn this into an else? Do all that. All right, so if there's a collision on the, after the dx change, I want to do this. Otherwise, I want to update the y value and then perform the collision on the y value. So maybe that that removes the weird, yeah. Why is my portal blue? See, oh, because when I swap back. Oh, are you talking about the auto completion that you're seeing? Oh, or the code navigation. Parts of it are Vimfu. Let me know, like when I do the maneuvers, like you just did this thing. How'd you do that? And I can potentially explain it. Okay, so that looks good. We calculate the position of the blue portal, calculate the position of the orange portal, and then we actually calculate portal usage is weird, right? Calc player portal, calc player potentially entering portal and teleport. Calc portal collision, maybe that is probably a better name. I'll call it calc portal collision. Yep, so the camera offset looks like it's good. Yeah, it seems you're jumping to a specific string. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that type of navigation. Still stuck in nav like 5J or incremental search. The way I jump to, yeah, so jumping to a particular string, you can use the incremental search. But if you're already on a word, you can press asterisk and it will highlight the word, and you can use N to go to the next search criteria, or you can do Shift N to find the previous search criteria. So if I'm if I'm like, okay, I have calc portal position, where is this invoked? I can see it invoked right there. Or it's like, okay, I'm on calc portal here, I press asterisk and hit N, and that'll take me to the next occurrence of that specific value. So asterisk to highlight the word, and then N will pop you around, right? So that's like portal integration. I can just press N and go through the file like that. So N is built in. So asterisk is like a quicker way to manually searching over the Harvard string. Yeah, exactly. It's like, so what N does is highlight the string and find it, and then, or asterisk does that, and then N is your increment forward, and Shift N will increment backwards. But yeah, it's a quick way to, if you know the functions in the file that you're working in, it's a great way to do that. Another cool search or jump facility is G semicolon, and if you keep pressing G semicolon, it'll take you back to your last edit point. So if I did like edits here, and I'm like, well, wait, what was the function called? I can drop down, get the function name, and then G semicolon will pop me back to my last edit point. And G semicolon, I think, even works across files. So every time you do G semicolon, it will move to a point where you did an edit of any sort. But yeah, so G semicolon and asterisk are nice little helper methods. Yeah, so that was like the biggest refactor that I wanted to do. Now let's actually get into the level mechanic. I've got an idea of how to quickly like release something that's monetizable, and I want to build a narrative around this that's going to be more involved. But what I can start off with is building just kind of like puzzles, right? So you're on level 1, it's an easy puzzle. Level 2 is a more complicated puzzle, and just kind of have very focused, localized puzzles that you can work through. And if that ends up being compelling enough that people like it, and it's like, oh, I beat all the puzzles, then those same puzzle facilities will inspire like the full-blown narrative that can come later. And if people don't like the puzzles, then, or the mechanic based on those puzzles, I know that the narrative won't carry the game, or it's risky to assume that the narrative will carry the game. So refactored portal code, portal module, cleaned up. But yeah, I think we're after that refactor. Yeah, and let me know if there's any other specific things. One of my other favorite navigations is, it's out of Vim. It's called Easy Motion. But let's say I want to like jump to this number, or yeah, this line here, line 38. I enable Easy Motion, and then I get a jump list that's all in the home row key. So if I want to jump to this line, I press KL, and it jumps to that line. And the cool thing is that it composes with the modal editing. So if I do yank, and then I do my jump, KL, it will do the yank to that point, to that very point, without me having to try to reason through, how many lines I need to move down or what have you. So the Vim plugin is called Easy Motion. The Emacs plugin is called Avi. Yeah, Avi. The cool thing with Easy Motion and Avi is that you can actually do word-based jumps too. So if I wanted to get to this number 10 over here, I'm gonna do a little leader W, and then LGK will take me straight to the word. And leader W is just what I personally mapped. You can map it to any leader combination. But yeah, Easy Motion / Avi is just fantastic. Okay, I think we're in a good place to go back to working on like the actual levels that I want to work through. And with that, I'm going to delete everything that's there. Each method missing. Fine. Level editor RB, line 35. What? Why? I delete the wall. So delete terrain requested. If it's a wall, I'm gonna clear out the wall, right? So saving walls. So if I'm here and I press X, do I even get a saving of walls? Leveled out walls. It's right there. All right, let's see what's happening. Can I add terrain? I just deleted all. I deleted all the walls with one hit. Oh me or my. How did I pull that off? It's a good thing that, well, it's a good thing I use source control, and it's a good thing that I actually wanted to delete all the walls. But yeah, it's just completely empty. That's funny. It looks like, yeah, that's broken also. Portals, line 188. My terrain is completely empty. Yeah, that makes sense. Did things just get extremely fast? Yeah, I had a lot of shit on the screen, so maybe, yeah, because that's super smooth. You have Avi, just gotta do some configuration, yeah. Wait, Avi is the Emacs version, and then the Vim one is Easy Motion. But I can share my Avi configuration if you're actually on Emacs. So let me go to main.rb, tick function, and I want to do args.outputs, labels, x is equal to 30, y is equal to 30 dot from top. Text is equal to, I want this to be $GTK dot, yep, current frame rate. And make that white. All right, so I think this is gonna work. Orange. If I shoot the blue portal, I want to clear out the orange portal. Let's go to portals.rb, launch requested. Or yeah, action request.launch. The player color portal is that. I want to set the player, results.orange portal to nil. Yeah. Blue portal. I've lost my blue portal, my orange portal. Blue portal. Orange portal, blue portal, orange portal. All right, so that looks good. I still gotta figure out when my deletion's not working. And the deletion isn't working because the level editor line 35. So it says level.walls is just straight up nil, really? Which I can, because I don't have any walls right now, I guess. So what do I want to do here? I mean, I guess I can just... And this probably be a good time to refactor this too. Right. So if I X that, I still get issues. Where am I getting issues now? Line 36. Level.walls. You can always do a good, yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I was like, oh, let's just do a nil check. Okay, so, yeah, now that makes sense why that doesn't work. I have to actually be on the specific type of terrain I want to delete before I do the deletion. But before I do that, let me move this to the bottom. Right, so I'm on lava, which is why the deletion didn't work, which makes sense. So if I go to walls and hit X, still not doing the deletion there. Why isn't it doing the deletion when I ask for level editor state? Delete terrain engaged. All right, so I'm definitely getting that. Wall must be deleted. All right, so let me go into my main game and load level if needed. Rect to CSV. I called it level.wall instead of level.walls. All right, next issue seems to be render collision boxes line. So yeah, I have to make sure each one of these things exists before I attempt to render it. And the thing with I'm using the fact that it's probably not. I know this is not the best thing to do, and this is why I'm getting this issue right here. Is that I'm using the fact that it's nil to determine if I need to load a specific thing or not. And that's probably not wise. What I should probably do is for the level editor, so I could say walls loaded. And then state dot walls loaded equals true. State dot level dot walls, and then set it to an empty array. Portal's 871. Main 871. Yeah, this needs to be walls instead of wall. All right, so let's see if I can create a wall. Create a wall. delete the wall. Great. I changed it to checkpoints. Same issue with checkpoints. So lava loaded. Yep, do that. And there's a lot of repetition here, so let me do load terrain type, and then yep. So then here, that doesn't make it any clearer actually. I'll stick with this for now. I know it's not ideal, but checkpoints loaded. Checkpoints is that. Checkpoints loaded equals true. Gross. All this is gross. Doors loaded. Doors. Doors. Buttons. And then after loading the buttons, I want to reassociate it with doors. Cool. All right, so so X on checkpoints still fails, but that's probably because I've got level.checkpoint somewhere instead of level.checkpoints. Level.checkpoints, level.checkpoints. Checkpoints, checkpoints, all that looks good, and that's correct. Level editor line 52. All right, I shouldn't need this specific thing here now. Can I delete buttons? Yes, yeah, why are you even looking at checkpoints? Ah, this needs to be level.checkpoints. Level.checkpoints, level.checkpoints, level.doors, level.doors, level.buttons, level.buttons. This repetition's fine. It adds character. Why can't I delete this door? Do I have to delete the button first? Get rid of this button. Alright, buttons are gone. Get rid of this checkpoint. That works. Make sure lava works. The floor's lava. Remove the checkpoint. And can I remove the this is a door. Why can't I remove the door? Why can't I remove the door? Oh wait, that's a button. There we go. Alright, so I think all the different components are working as expected now. So let me go into my data directory and we can start building out our first level. Buttons is good. Remove our checkpoints. Remove our doors. Remove the lava and the walls. All right. So I am in an empty abyss of a world. Maybe this is the game that I release. You're just like, you just fall for infinity. Okay, I could call it art. And you can fly around and then just continue falling forever until you hit an integer overflow because your Y position is no longer valid. All right, so I'm here. So the first level, it'll just be simple level. And like so. Yeah, and the goal is to get to your next the next point in the game. So this first level is all about I'm following through. That's great. Why am I falling through? This needs to be called walls. 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 There we go. Minor naming refactor. That's fine. So this is level 1. And the launch mechanic is kind of launch angle, speed adjustment is that. Yeah, let's do a, yeah, so that feels a little better. So level 1 is, let me add a checkpoint. This, I think this is going to be very productive. Right, so here's your checkpoint there. And what I'll do is I'll have like a label that says, I'll have a label that says left and right to aim, space to shoot, and then go down the hole. That's what she said. Sorry. That's what they said. That's what they said. So yeah, there might be a label that says go this way, or a sign this way. All right, so that's stage 1. And then stage 2, so you learn how to launch on stage 1, which takes you to stage 2. Seven people in chat. Welcome everyone. Feel free to ask questions about anything if you have any. Gotta be careful with overlaps, I think. My axis align box collision might not be entirely amicable to that. And here's the second checkpoint. So for the second checkpoint, you have to aim better. You can't just willy-nilly aim. So your aim has to be perfect, and you won't have the orbital maneuvering mechanic at this point. You'll get that like later on. So there you go. That's level 2. Right, so if I start at level 1, here's level 1. Level 1's like left and right to aim, space to shoot, go this way. And people do that, they're like, all right, cool, I can do that. And they fall down, and then they find themselves at level 2. And level 2 is like, okay, well, I have to do a better job of aiming now. So it's like, crap, I missed. You don't have the the orbital shifting stuff. So you got to be like, I can do this. And there you go. That's level 2. And so what is level 3? This game's so boring. It's like, oh, this game's... Stop building this game now. This is a boring game. It's not that boring. I'm just getting started. I promise, level 3 is going to be cool. It's going to be cooler. Alright, so now you drop and you're like, boom, level 3. What do I do here? So in level 3, I introduce the concept of lava, I think. I think this can end up being a pretty nice progression. All right, so you've got your checkpoint for there. And this time, your aim has to be better because the floor will be lava. Create a wall here. And yeah, let's see what the launch will look like. So if I'm over here, we'll say that that's the launch point. A little bit forgiving, so a little bit wider area. Do you get a little bit wider area? I don't know. All right, let's see if I can. Yeah, let's see if I can aim and make it there. So if I'm here, well, let me go back to the previous layer. We've only just begun. All right, so level 2, you're here. So level 1 was like, do you even know how to shoot the ball? And now it's like, can you shoot the ball well? And this is more forgiving because you could be like, if you were over here and you shoot and you're like, ah, crap, I missed. It kind of gets you closer. And then that way you can do that. All right, and then it puts you on level 3 where there's like a big hole. And so when you aim and shoot, you're like, crap, I missed. So what I'll do here is I'm going to give you a nice little thing up here. So if you end up from here, let's say so if we shoot from here, let's see where we end up landing. I think this will work well. Like, crap, I missed. Okay, I can do this. This is not hard. I just gotta aim better. Crap, I suck. I suck at aiming. This is where people give up and is like, this game's stupid. I can't get past level 2. 1-star review. That was satisfying. All right, so then you make it to level 3. And level 3, your aim has to be better, 1, and you've got to position yourself. So if let's say if I try to just launch from here, I'm going to completely miss and fall into the lava. So let me create lava. The floor is lava. Right, so there's my lava. Right, so you drop over here. You don't have the OMS here, but I'm going to just use that so I can drop a little bit faster. All right, so yeah, if you try to shoot like that, you end up dying, right? And then you're like, okay, well, let me try again. You try to aim and shoot, and you still end up dying, right? So then you can use this wall above you to kind of to kind of nudge yourself a little bit closer before doing the shot, right? And you're like, crap, I still died because I bounced too much. So it kind of gets you familiarity with bouncing. Still died. Wow, you really suck at this game. There we go. So now you're nice and positioned, and then you can launch off. So that's level 3. What do y'all think of this progression? I think it's good. I think it makes sense. Level 4. So in level 4, I do what? This is when I introduce your orbital maneuverability system thing. Did I put a checkpoint on level 3? Yes, I did. Good. Alright, so for level 4, let me put a checkpoint here. It'll be like, ability unlocked. And same idea here. You're gonna have the same kind of nudging ability, which you'll find you won't, you'll find you still have to use. So yeah, so let me use the nudge. Figure out exactly where I want to nudge myself first. Well, I want to be right here, about right here when I shoot. And so the shot. So if I do the shot, okay. So my lava. See, random segue. This is the beauty of having a hot load environment with a built-in level editor like this. Could you imagine trying to like pixel push and get your terrain and everything looking correct without the ability to say pause and say, oh, okay, this is the point in time where I want to make sure the little ball goes. Like, how are people okay with that pain? All right, so can I get past the lava? I could probably make the lava a little bit. Whoops. That's also important. I don't want. Yeah, constructing the terrain while compiling between, making adjustments, and then you get it wrong. It's crazy what people think is like totally fine to do, right? Okay, so that's good. And I'll make it a little bit easier in that I'll add a small little wall here to kind of stop you. Let me see if that impedes you anyway. There you go. Cool. So then you're like, all right, I'm gonna launch. Boom. You do your launch. And you can't make it because of that. But because now that you have access to the orbital maneuverability system, what that'll allow you to do is once you get to this point, you can nudge yourself. You can nudge yourself on over. And so that shows the importance of, okay, I've got this ability to move and readjust after I've launched. Right, so you're here. If you shoot from here, you still have enough to, because I'm only going to give you one charge of the OMS, and then you've got a whatchamacallit. You'll get more charges later to give you even cooler maneuverability. So I want this to be long enough to where, with that one charge, you're not able to make it over unless you're pretty close to this edge. So if I was over here and I do a shot and then try to fly off, yep. So that ends up killing me, which is good. And then, so I'm like, all right, I got to get closer. So use this to bounce closer. And then from there, you shoot. Yep, and that gets you far enough. All right, so if I'm over here, can I make it across? Nope. I got to be closer. So use that to kind of bank yourself a little bit closer. And now when you shoot, you're like, okay. And then you fly. Boom. Winner. You gotta zoom in. Not out. There we go. And I think having that like long fall after every level, I'm claiming it's satisfying. I hope people find it satisfying. There we go. So you got your long fall afterwards. Puts you about right there. We're gonna start getting into more interesting stuff, so I'm gonna definitely need y'all's advice on, like, oh, I think this would make a cool level. All right. Add another checkpoint here. All right. So let's go back to this point. So here's where you'll get one charge of the OMS. Aimed completely incorrectly. Whoops. Still aimed incorrectly. It might be worth having like if you press R, it just resets you. It just kind of kills you off. So there's my launch there. And then with the, yep, with a pop of the maneuverability system, you're there. So now you get all the maneuverability unlocked at this point. So here, things get more interesting. Lava there. Up through there. And down. So you launch, go upwards, right, down. Just like that. So that kind of shows you how to use multiple charges of your thing. And I also want to make sure they understand that this maneuverability also charges while you're in flight. So what I'll probably do is you do the shot, up, right, crap, died. And you also find that you're able to position yourself a lot easier because you can just go boop. Up, right, down, left. I hope this is interesting. Twitch chat, what do you think? Do you think this is an interesting enough mechanic? All right, so you drop down. Shoot. Up, right, down, left. All right, what if I get a little bit closer? Am I able to make it past this area? I can. So I want to make this. What about here? Like if I'm at the edge of this checkpoint. Yep, you definitely don't have enough. Up, right, down, left. Cool. So I'll make I think it definitely feels good because your velocity is zeroed out before thrusting. Yeah, I definitely wanted to. I don't want to make it like too twitchy, but with a little bit of reactivity in that you got to time it. You have to time it well enough, right? So yeah, you can use the. All right, tell me if this makes it too hard. Okay, so if let's say I'm here. If I try to shoot up, right, so you can't make it over unless you're on this platform over here. Crap. I probably want to make that death animation a little bit faster, actually. What's wrong with me? I thought I was able to totally make it. All right, so if you're right here, you shoot up. There you go. Right, down, left, and then I want the fall to be long enough. So I need to make the charge of the OMS a little bit faster. So a 5-second charge instead of 3 second. I mean, instead of 10-second. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. I'm gonna change this. I'm going to change this to look like this. And then I'm going to add a platform here. And then lava here. Right? So the premise is that you're like, I can shoot from here. And you try to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can't make it over. So what you have to know, that what you have to first do is you have to shoot, make it onto this platform, and then after you make it onto this platform, you get to shoot again. You have to shoot again. Up, right, down, left, and then from here. So this shows that it recharges. It recharges in flight, and then you've got another set of things to get around. And then you're able to finally land. So is that too hard of a first level, or air quotes second level for the orbital positioning? I don't think so, but I've also played this game way too much. All right, so you're here. You're like, all right, I'm gonna shoot. And you do your shot. And you're like, right, up, right. And you're like, crap, can't do that. So that means you have to make it onto this platform first. And now that you're on that platform, then you do your shoot. Up, right, down, left, and your charges come back. Up, right, right, down. Success. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? All right, I think this is a good. How many levels did I create? First 4 levels created. All right, and at this point, so you've mastered the maneuverability. Now you get portals. How do you do the pitch of the jingles? They're actually made by a composer that I collaborated with. Let me show you the files. So there's this is the progression here. So these are gonna be your death. These are your death sounds. Let me know if you can't hear that over the background music. And then I've got a 21 note progression. And then it repeats. So I keep track of what bounce progression you're at, and then I continue through those 21 notes, and then you're brought back to the beginning. But yeah, no dynamic stuff. It's just all like finely tuned and pretty sounding. Alright, now you get portals. So what is the first how do I introduce portals to the player? Okay, so let's say you shoot. Use the orbital positioning to do whatever. Let me think. Am I a scientist? I hope not. Humanity is in trouble if I'm a scientist. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, it's like you need to use the teleportation to get you further. So if I do this, jump, 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 and then you do that to land. All right, so you jump, 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 up, and right, and then down. So that puts you right there. Why do you ask whether I'm a scientist or not? Eternal meat? Do you like science and like universe stuff and things like that? Like, I freaking love it. I really do. Like, I love science fiction. And yeah, just general aspects of the universe and the satellite that went out. The Webb satellite, and like all the pictures that are coming back from that is just freaking beautiful. So I do like that part of it, but yeah, am I like a legit, I can do chemistry and things like that? Nope. I don't believe I can. Alright, so you exhaust all of your orbital stuff by the time you get here. It's gonna be tricky. Let me see if I can figure this out. and then right there is the lava, and you can't. You just don't have enough oomph to get around. All right, I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. I think I got the idea. All right, so let's say you're like, okay, I gotta do a launch upwards, to the right, down, and right, and that puts you right there. And I'll put a wall here. All right, so let me do that maneuver again. Right, down. All right, let me position what I want to position, and then we can figure out how to get it working. So you get close enough. Your line of sight for the portal is right there. So what you have to do is you have to set a portal here. Why aren't my portals moving? What happened? Why are my portals portaling? How did I break my portals? They're not portaling anymore. Where's my shoot? Or launch? Input requests. Yeah, so action requests. I'm going to rename this to input request. Input underscore requests. Okay, so I'm here, and then when I shoot the portal's location is at the X and Y, and I think I need to like shift it up a little bit. By just a few pixels, maybe. Player.launch angle times 5. The scientist question's like making me overthink things now. Okay, so if I'm here, why are my portals shooting? Okay, they're just not moving. So they haven't collided. Calc shot portals. So let me make sure my portals are being shot. Oh. Dumb bots. Terrain is nil. So that means wall. This needs to be walls. There we go. Level 2. I'm probably going to add something to the level editor to let me teleport between checkpoints. Definitely need to add something to the thing to teleport checkpoints. Alright, so I'm here. Alright, let me burn that portal. Okay. So you have to put a portal. See, that's too far away. So let's say the ability to do a straight shot on this wall. So you shoot, and it bounces and puts a portal there. So the thing is that if you don't use the portal, and you just try to, let's say, launch like this, down. See, the thing is, I can't block this line. I can't block the line of sight right here. So maybe, yeah, maybe the line of sight for this portal here, it ends up being too small for you to actually like get through. So maybe something, didn't want a door. Set this to a wall. And then I make this small enough to where you can't actually make it through this area, but your portal can. And that might be it. That's probably all I have to do. I don't have to try to exhaust the orbital positioning system or anything. Right? It just has to be small enough to where you can't get through. So can you get through that? Yes. Damn it. You're too tiny. Gotta make the probe fatter. Okay, that will work. So you have to use your orbital positioning. To make it here. And that gives you a straight line of sight through this area. I like this idea. So check this out. So you do this, you're like, okay, can I make it through this little... You still can! Dragonologist, pistol fingers. Alright, can you make it through this? No. Can your portal make it through this? Yes. Oh, crap! Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Yeah, that was definitely a my bad. All right, so let me zoom in a little bit so we can fine-tune the wall location. Yeah, that was definitely a whoops. It's funny when you get those kind of mistakes, though. All right. So you shouldn't be able to make it through. You can still make it through. I think I know why. It's because my collision box, I'm not rendering my collision box for the player. So let me go to render collision types. So let me actually render the collision box for my player. Make that a border. Render player. And then this would be camera.to camera space. Player camera. All right, so that's the collision box for the player right there. So my sprite's in a stupid location. Oh, I don't need my DX anymore, I don't think. Can I just resolve these to 0? So this is enlightening. That collision box does not look correct. But is it correct? So if I aim, yeah, my player sprite. What the hell did I do? Where's my player sprite? That's my player sprite. What if I subtract 8 from each one of these? Okay, that at least puts me correct there, but the train is in a weird place. And the after images are in a weird place. Everything's in a weird place now. Okay, fix the after images, but the train is too high. Alright, render collision boxes. Okay, I'm adding 8 to everything. Yeah, so this was a good change, because I knew that weird 8 artifact was a weird 8 artifact. There we go. Okay, that looks way better. Yeah, so if you see, the problem is that my collision box is actually smaller on the probe, which is why the probe can get through it. So given that, I need to make the player's width and height maybe 16. All right, there we go. All right, so the player's width and height is definitely larger now. And then on the I don't need this addition here anymore. This is the death queue. I do need to fix that. And then instead of -8, it'll be -4? Maybe? Possibly? That looks better. Okay. So now my collision body is bigger, which means I won't be able to make it through now. Hopefully. Right, so if I try to make it through, Yep, you can't make it through. But your portal should be able to make it through. It bounced. It just... Really? There we go. Wait. But I think it did a bounce somewhere. Let me go to my portals. Where do I create my portals? Alright, portal sizes are 10 by 10. Let's make them... Yeah, I think it bounced on the floor. Let's make them tiny, a little bit tinier portals. Which make them a little bit harder to see, but I can work with that. Alright, so there's my portal. And the launch location will be from the center of the player. So I have player.x, player.x. A lot of repetition here. I need to fix that. I know. Player.width divided by 2. Player.height. Okay. So does the portal launch from the player's center now? Yeah, that's still a little hokey. But, okay, I don't have to... I don't know. So... Okay, I can make the gap a little bit bigger. Let me change the aim reticle. How large is the aim reticle? My aim reticle is 6 by 6, so I can make that 4 by 4. Okay, sweet. So that's the size of the aim reticle. And I'm going to remove that specific size. Give you more of a platform to start on. Level editor, mouse. I probably have a stupid like +8, -8 here. Yep, there it is. Let's try again. Oh, it's still shifting. I don't have it anywhere else. What the deuce? All right, how much is this shifting by? +4, +4. Yeah, it bounced on something. I have no idea what it bounced on. That's still not correct. All right. So this part looks correct. It's when you actually save the terrain definition. Where do I do the save the terrain definition? Right here. Ah, -8. What if I just delete that? Yep. Super glad that I fixed that. All right. So you get one platform here. Like so. You drop onto that platform. The aim reticle for the launch also needs to be fixed. I'll fix that in a second. I bet you that this is off too. I'm gonna have to fix those aim reticles. Yeah, see, it's not following that line of sight. How is the aim reticle positioned? It is positioned how? Except the player rect. Adds 12, subtracts 3. Why? No idea. I want to take the player rect and then do camera player best rect width over 2. Camera underscore space player rect height over 2. Okay, that fixes that. Cool. Copy pasta this a bunch of times. 2, 300, and 400. All right, so it's still not going off that line. Where is it? Yeah, it's not perfect. I'll tweak that later. I'm not too concerned about it. I just want to make sure. All right, let's shoot. There we go. Okay. So I can just yeah. I want to make this a wall. Yeah, I think that should be large enough to where or small enough where I can't get through. Let me see. Arrgh! Arrgh! Oh, well now I'm here. So I can just drop down. And yep, just a hair too small. Okay, so now if you try to get through, you shouldn't be able to. Yep, you can't get through, but can you shoot a portal through? This dynamic, I'm still yeah, the ability to create this, like, do this dynamic stage manipulation is just so fucking cool. Dope. I'm gonna get this. All right. So you're here. Okay, so that's where I want. I want to figure out the bottom area of that wall. I could probably create little after images for the actual portal projectile. That actually makes sense. And I actually had that at one point. And of course I deleted it. Calc portal, blue. $sign state dot after images is that. And then put the portal in there. Merge it with purple. And then I want to render that. I'll make it solid so I can actually see the damn thing. There we go. Yeah, so if they're able to get it through the crack, it might bounce back, and that's the gotcha, is that you have to shoot against this wall so that it bounces back the other way. Ah. And I'll make it a little bit more obvious. Like I'll put like another little wall there as an indicator. But yeah, that's exactly why I wanted to do this. So it kind of shows you the facet of like bouncing, and then it also makes you think about using like one bounce occurs, so you can't just shoot it directly at the wall. You have to shoot it at a wall to let the bounce do the portal creation. But that's exactly the goal. Right, so if I do a non-float value, what are you talking about? Oh, right. Person state dot after images dot clear. Portal's 194. I don't want to reset the game because then it's like then I have to like make my way back to this area. Don't make me reset the game. I gotta reset the game. Level editor. Up, down. Let's make it 100. Woo! That's fast enough. Change it back to 5. Cool. Alright, so yeah. Does the after images work, or do I still... Okay, cool. So the after images works. Fantastic. Go over here. Alright, awesome. So now... Okay, so that's the area that I'm working with. So I'm going to zoom in. Do that. Then I can move the probe here. Zoom in again. And then make sure... Just like that, but zoom in again. Get a little bit of symmetry here. Starting from the wrong area. I'm going to start here. Zoom in again. There we go. Yep. So that's way too small for me to get through. So if I try to launch through that, yep, you can't make it through there, which is good. You're like, of course I can. Sure I can. Right, so you can't make it through, so you know you have to shoot a portal. So then the next thing you say, all right, I'm gonna shoot the portal. And you do the portal shot. Let me get rid of my, there we go. Okay, so you try to shoot the portal through. You're like, okay, I got it lined up. You shoot the portal through, and it hits, which is great. But yeah, like there might be a situation where it bounces back like that, and you're like, well, crap, it bounced back. I think most people will just like kind of shift it up a little bit. Oh yeah, and you can bounce it inside. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal that it bounces back. But there's the portal, and then you set your orange portal. There's your orange portal, and then you can fly through it. I need to fix that aim reticle. It's gonna get really annoying. There you go. Boom. So then I don't have to even worry about the orbital mechanic because you just simply can't get through it. And now you're at your next checkpoint. All right, let me fix the aim reticle. Main.rb. Render aiming reticle. Yeah, the same like 12.3 BS is here. And I want camera space player rect. Camera space player rect dot width over 2. And this one would be height over 2. There we go. That looks better. And let me go back to portals.rb. Get rid of the after images debugging. I'll just comment it out for now. After images debugging there, and then here and here. Okay. And then let me clear out the after images. All right. Yeah, so let's start from scratch. Let's say you set a portal. Got these 2 portals set. I go, all right, I can get through this. I hit here, and then I try to go through this tiny area. And I try, and I can't get through. And there'll be something like, shoot a portal dummy. So you position yourself on the platform, go to your portal, and then aim the portal right through. Boom. So then you set one portal, you set your other portal, and there you go. The portals themselves, I need to make it a little bit better to where if the portal is too close to the rectangle, it like shifts down a little bit or something. But let's say you have those portals set, you drop down here, and you're like, all right, I can totally make it through this now. So then you shoot through, and then you come out the other end. And then that drops you down to the next level. And then now the thing is like, okay, how can we expand on this? How can we explore the portal mechanic a little bit more in combination with the orbital management? Maybe here I show like portals can be used on lava. So if it looks impassable, you're like, crap, I can't get past this lava. That gives you you can use a portal to set that. Another portal mechanic would be the portals stay around after you die, which is really cool, and I could probably incorporate that in some way. And then introduce doors, timings related to that, potentially enemies of some sort or obstacles that you have to time your way around, and see how far I can take just these 2 mechanics with respect to the levels themselves. Everyone has left. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of the concept? Do you have any interesting portal ideas? I'm open to interesting portal ideas also. May I steal your ideas? Please give them to me so I can steal them. I'm definitely stealing them. Like, legit. I could probably make, yeah, I could probably make this a little bit, yeah, maybe like shift it over just a hair. Like that. Oh. So you can't inadvertently land on the thing. Yeah, so you try to shoot through it. You can't. Give it a little overhang so there's nothing for the player to land on. A little bit of an overhang. Oh, okay, like, wait, what? Right, so, wait, hold on. So, if they try here and then try to bounce through, they can't. And I don't think you can land on it now, right? Because if you try to, yeah, you just can't get through. But that might be good there. Like what I already did. Sweet. Sorry, one sec. Riku, jump, come here. Come here. Down. No ma'am. No barking. Alright, yep. So a little bit of an overhang. You go here, it's like, alright, I guess I gotta use a portal. And hopefully it's pretty obvious that you can shoot a portal through. You shoot it through, and you're like, oh, it bounced. Yeah, see, I need to do a little bit of work around the actual portal creation. No, I guess that's correct. I just need to shift the why is the portal? So my portal rendering is screwed also. Prefab. Huh? That's correct. Okay, here are the prefabs. I need to shift, the aim reticles need to be shifted up by 2 pixels because of how the portal is centered, I think. Yeah, I gotta get the centering working. But here you go, right? So you've done your portals. You're like, okay, I've set 2 portals. Will this actually work? So you... This was a bad portal location. I will fix that. Alright, set the 2 portals. Let me try this again. You aim. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. There's another portal. You fall through. There you go. So that's how you use portals, so you know, okay, I can use portals to get through thin areas. And then there'll be other portal things, like being able to put a portal on lava and some of those other interesting mechanics. Let me make sure my death animation is in a good place. But I think with respect to targeting a 3-month release, the premise here would be getting enough levels to where you get an exploration of enough of the game mechanic and how this portal movement and all this works together. Then I can add the visual aesthetics and the art, and release that as like a puzzle game with no narrative. And then if that does well, and if I get interest around that puzzle game, then I can expand that into the full-blown narrative that I want to do. But let me see if my death animation's good. Yeah, so my death animation's off a little bit. which I expected. Death FXQ. Movement of that. This is the instance of the... Yeah, I probably don't have to create an actual render box. Let me see where I actually do the rendering. I can fix it later. Like, it's not something that's super necessary. Yep. So here's the +4 and +4. I probably don't need that now. There you go. I fixed the death. This is good. I think that's I might jump on later, like just thinking about levels. I'm gonna get some dinner, and yeah, if I end up having some crazy ideas like, oh, I can totally do this, that might be something that I can do. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. I hope this works. I think the stuff is interesting. Creating the levels, it's a lot of, like, and as an indie dev, it's an investment, right? I can't imagine indie devs that spend years on a game. Like, I'm dreading just wasting, like, 240 hours, right? Part-time over 3 months to work on this thing. And I cannot fathom an indie dev saying, I'm gonna make a commercial title and I'm gonna spend 3 years on it. It's just, yeah, it's such a high risk. I don't know how they, you validate it to yourself, I'm sure, right? People validate it to themselves and say, like, oh no, it's gonna be a smash hit and I'm gonna make millions. It's just it's not wise. But our dreams get in the way. We want to succeed and all those good things and notoriety and stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to target a 3-month release on this. And I think just doing the level, specifically like the level design and the puzzle aspect of it, keeping the narrative out of there, and all the facets that come with narratives is in itself a lot of work. Even the art, I don't have to do like crazy pretty art. I can just do pretty vanilla, like pixel art, and then do the hand-drawn charcoal drawings and stuff that I want to do for the final narrative for that release. But for just this vanilla level stuff, I can probably keep it kind of Virtual Boy style aesthetics and abstract. Maybe even make the circle just like a green border, and give it a Tron vibe. But then yeah, do the big negative thing. So the art requirement drops down significantly. The narrative requirement's not there, and I'm just strictly exploring level design, puzzle design, and seeing if this is enough mechanic to create interesting situations in the Metroidvania. All right. End musing / ranting and all that. And I might get on later. We'll see. And if I do, I'll post, and hopefully I'll see y'all there. Thanks for all the help and keeping me company through this. I hope it was something that was informative as far as using DragonRuby on your end. Just general approaches to game development, all that good stuff. I'll post this on YouTube also, so if you want to go back to it, you can, and then tell your friends to watch it if they'd like to. But y'all have a good night if I don't see y'all again, and maybe see y'all soon.